Hey everyone, and welcome to another week of The Lost Resort with me, TOKiMONSTA. This show comes at you live every Thursday. And basically, I will be speaking to some of my favorite musicians, artists, and people about their favorite songs, their favorite foods, and how they navigate this weird thing we call quarantine. I want to mention, please leave some questions and comments in the chat. We will be getting to them later on in the show. Something new this week. We have actually partnered up with our friends at Club Fantasy, amazing fashion label. We will basically be giving a lucky viewer 3 pieces from their Inner Light and Neo Drop Elevate Collection 1. You will enter through the link in the chat and we'll announce the winner at the very end of the show. So I'm going to introduce my guests. We have Icona Pop and Hayden James. Swedish duo Icona Pop are known for blurring the lines between indie pop, house, and Hayden James is a multi-platinum ARIA-nominated Australian producer. Both are the staples of summer dance floors, anytime dance floors, really, at-home dance floors, quarantine dance floors. But without making you guys wait, I just want to welcome them to the show.
Yay! Thank you so much. What an introduction.
Yeah.
And
wow. Makes us sound really good.
How do I make them sound even more amazing? But yeah, how are you guys? Where are you guys actually?
Well, we are in Sweden.
Ooh. We're in Sweden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in Sydney, Australia.
And
it's Friday morning at 7:30 a.m.
Yes. Wow. That time almost doesn't exist for me. I'm like, what is a 7:30? I've never heard of that. So what time is it in Sweden right now?
It's 11:30 p.m.
Wow. And it's 2:30. It's 2:30 in the afternoon here in LA. So it'll be curious once we get to the food portion.
We'll have breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Oh, this is true. Appropriate.
Why not?
Yeah, I'm so happy to have you guys on. You know, I've been listening to all of your, all of your discographies for so long, and you guys are just such talented musicians. It's really cool to have you guys on, especially since you guys are in various parts of this world and experiencing probably very unique situations. But before I get into all that, you guys actually have a song that you guys made together that just came out.
Yeah. It came out like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
That's so cool. Have you guys actually? Did you guys make the song? Were you guys able to like meet in person for this one, or?
Yeah. So we were in LA together. It was the start of the year, right? It was January.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And we were down in like Frogtown in like the Future Classic Studios, and we met there. It was just like one session. The guys came with this amazing demo and kind of just went from there. So so good to be out.
It feels
we were walking around.
It feels like we've known you for ages, which is weird.
I know. We've met once, but I feel we're family.
Yeah, I was like, wow. Is it only a couple of months?
That's it. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Do you guys ever find that when you like the people that you're working with, not to say you don't like dislike certain people you work with, but if you especially have like a rapport with the musicians that you're collaborating with, that the music tends to almost seem better, you know, or like you have the opportunity to make a song that actually means more because you like the person that you worked with.
Absolutely.
I mean, I always feel like sometimes I even have to like put the song away for a while and listen to it again because I'm convinced it's a smash because I had such a good time in the studio. You know, and sometimes I'm just like, is it that good, or was it just like that I loved working with these people and we had such a great feeling and everyone was vibing, you know?
Yeah. And also I feel like you're in such a vulnerable place when you go into a studio. So if you like a person, you open up, you bloom in a different way. So I think it's super important to like vibe with the people you work with.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think I've actually ever like finished a record that I didn't like the person. I think the personal connection is so important. Otherwise, it's just, what are you doing it for?
Yeah, I mean, we always say it's like speed dating. You're like, hi, here I am. Here's my feelings. What do you like? Do you like my feelings? And it's like so weird.
So funny.
Yeah, so it's really important with the connection and energy for sure.
Yeah. Speed dating isn't. Have you guys actually ever speed dated?
No, not for real.
That would be so much fun.
I'm starting to wonder if it's a real thing, because I feel like I've seen speed dating in movies. I've heard of the concept, but I don't know a single person who has actually done speed dating. It really exists, right? That's a thing.
I think so.
Speed dating, I think.
I think so. I mean, it must exist, but I don't know who's doing it.
We'll find out. We'll have.
Maybe we should do it.
Yeah,
creative journalist now, and I'll go. I mean, at this point, if I'm not touring, I might as well figure out something that we don't know about.
that's right.
Looks like Hayden, you're coming a little in and out, but we're gonna stick with it. But yeah, I'd love to hear the song. So it's Hayden James, Icona Pop. The song is Right Now. Oh, sorry, Right Time, and we have the music video to play.
Yay!
Oh, look at this. It's like a group. It's like a Zoom chat.
Ta-da!
We can go for days. We can go for nights. We can go for weeks of time. We can go for life. Lost in the rhythm like that. Give me some love and I give it right back. Lost in the middle like that. Give me one touch and I give it right back. Sun in the sky but the party ain't over. Turn on the lights but nobody is sober. Almost goodbye but then you pull me closer. High as again but the party ain't over. Right time, baby, it's the right time. Hands up to the skyline. We can
Fire.
Hey!
look what you do when you show me you can move me. We can leave it up. We can shut it down. We can turn it all around. Don't you stop it now. Lost in the rhythm like that. Give me some love and I give it right back. Lost in the middle like that. Give me one touch and I give it right back. Sun in the sky but the party ain't over. Turn on the lights but nobody is sober. Almost goodbye but then you pull me closer. High as again but the party ain't over. Right time, baby, it's the right time. Hands up to the skyline. We can do this every night and all I had to do. Look what you do when you show me you can almost goodbye but then you pull me closer. High as again but the party ain't over.
Amazing, you guys. I love that effect that you put on the vocals as well.
The tremolo.
Yeah.
It's like,
I love it. I don't know if you guys saw, but I opened a beer and it completely spilled all over me.
Really? Oh no!
You want to know what's funny is this is the second time. So the same specific beer. Like, I don't drink beer that often. But I was like, oh, I'm in the mood today. So this
Sounds like you do.
now. So I had done like a DJ live stream, and I decided while I was streaming it, I would open this exact same can of beer. And then it spilled all over me during the live stream. And I was like, there's no way it could happen twice. I'm not shaking the can. It's just on the table.
Maybe it's the bass.
I mean,
Yeah,
100%
you're too
bass.
strong.
all the vibe.
The bass.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's the vibe.
So I was like, holy shit. So I'm glad no one stopped. Maybe you guys shouldn't. But now I have beer all over my hands and on my floor. And since no one could see my pants, I'm just wiping beer all over my pants right now.
It's like, well, now it's officially a party. That's
Yeah.
good.
There you go.
It's someone just wrote, they said happy hour. I was like, yeah, I could do a happy hour right now. I opened this beer and then I just dropped half of it on the floor. But I'm so good.
Love it.
But this brings us to the best, not the best, another part of our show, which is the eating portion. So to explain in short to everyone watching, we like to have guests come on the show and, order takeout from their favorite restaurants to support their local businesses, or many artists have also been showing us how they cook at home, using this time in quarantine to get healthy, which is not what I'm doing today, but I'll let you guys explain what you guys got first.
Yeah, I might start because it's breakfast time in Australia. There's no restaurants here at the moment open to take out, but I just made some avocado toast. There's like a baker down the street from me who makes like big sourdoughs. Jen, I saw you actually made a sourdough a couple of days ago. I haven't attempted that yet, but what I've got on my toast is avocado, and on the bottom of it is Vegemite. So it's like quite salty, and then with the avocado, it's chill. Yeah, I know it's a bit weird, but it tastes good.
Wow. It
Sounds good.
I think I
Sounds
need
like
to
a
give
dream.
Vegemite another chance. I gave it one chance.
Try it with avocado.
Yeah,
You guys know it, no.
it might be really good.
Vegemite and avocado.
Salty with the avocado. I believe that.
That's good.
Oh,
It looks delicious.
it looks good.
A good
But the
avocado.
taste-
Yeah.
'Cause
There we go.
Vegemite, is that sweet?
No, it's like salty.
Is it the
It's kinda
same
hard
thing
to
they have in
describe.
the UK?
Like yeast.
It's not the
The
same.
UK one is
It's-
Marmite.
My
Oh, that's my. Oh,
See,
that
I
one
don't
is
like
weird.
that. Yeah, I don't like that one.
Wait, do they taste different?
Different.
Now I can't remember.
Yeah,
One of them,
totally different.
one of them almost tastes like very, very salty soy, like not like soy sauce,
That's-
but almost a little bit.
That's Vegemite.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. So that's why I can kind of see that being good. for
Yeah,
the avocados.
that's nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
I like it. It sounds very, very good.
Well, I was supposed to order food from a great place that's just around the corner from where I live, and it's our friends who have it. It's called A Bowl, and they have the most amazing food. But it's so late, so they don't do takeout now. So I just made a little, like a smoothie bowl with a bunch of fruit and like peanut butter and nuts and blueberries.
Is it
and
possible
stuff.
to show the camera a little bit?
Yeah, I can do like this.
Chef.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like a soup of just sweet stuff.
Yum.
Yeah, I thought that was a good evening snack.
I've never had one.
You guys, I can't wait to show you guys what I got after all this.
Feels so healthy. I kind of did the same, Caroline. We're so in sync. This is insane.
so in
But
sync.
I did some kind of acai bowl as well, and it's I'm obsessed with coconut butter, coconut everything. So it's like coconut butter and avocado, and let's see, I'm gonna try to show you. But this is like, and honey, and it's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks good.
It looks good, but I put it in the freezer, so now it's like I did. Oh, wow, this is. Oh no, actually. Oh,
But
it's
it's gonna
soft
melt.
in the middle.
So we're
Ooh.
all pretty healthy here. Jen, what have you got?
Well, I got a fried chicken sandwich.
Mm.
Oh, that sounds
So
good.
it's Korean fried chicken, but it's like this place in K-Town called michintak, which means crazy chicken. And if you can see here,
Oh my god.
it's massive
Oh.
fried chicken patty, but Korean style fried chicken. I think it's meant to be. I've never had this. Everyone says that this is like the spot. It has like Korean style coleslaw on it.
It looks amazing. The bun looks
That-
amazing.
I mean,
Yeah, that's awesome.
Crazier is this is not the only thing I got. So I got that. I got I think it's called like honey orange popcorn chicken, which is in here.
Mm.
And then
orange
I
popcorn
got
chicken.
this like macaroni salad, which I believe is also supposed to have some Korean kick to it as well. But yeah, if everyone's been sort of requesting me to eat Korean fried chicken, I think the most Korean person should eat the fried chicken.
I think
So-
I think you win. That looks so
That
so
looks
good.
so good.
Yeah.
I promise you, if it would have been a little bit earlier in Sweden, I would have ordered something similar.
Yeah.
It's really
Wow.
funny because
I don't want to eat this anymore.
No, not me either. I'm like,
sitting here just basking in my chicken sandwich, letting it just drip. It's really funny because actually throughout the week I mostly cook. As Hayden, you were saying, I like started baking bread, which I know everyone is doing. But this show is the one time per week where I eat this type of food where it's just completely in excess, and
Love it.
I'm always
That's
waiting.
like, I mean, when we come home, I usually cook a lot because when we're on tour, we eat out every meal. So it's just so nice to be able to cook.
yeah.
But then 1 week in, you're like, oh, it's going to be so nice to order or to go out and eat. Like, it's all about the contrast. It's so, it's always
Totally.
nice to like,
I
yeah.
think it's a luxury to cook at home. You know
Yeah.
exactly what you get, but
Yeah.
I will regret it in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
So yeah, I just wanted to get to now the music portion. You guys sent me a few songs of yours, some songs you really enjoy. I'm really looking forward to playing some of these. One of them I will not be able to pronounce, so I'll need help later. I'm sure you know which one that is. But
Absolutely.
let's start with this one. Hayden, you picked this track, Let It Happen by Tame Impala. Great
Yeah.
track. It was Off Currents. And we are going to
It's-
play a good chunk of it. It's also like I think because I always listen to the Tame Impala albums from start to finish, I don't realize how long the songs are. And the song's like 8 minutes long. It's a long one.
See, I didn't actually realize that. It's Currents is probably my favorite album of Tame's, and yeah, I just like the experimentation. He goes through like lots of different loops and things with this song, and I just look up to all his production qualities and all that kind of stuff. But as you said, it's just like an album, like all their albums, you can just listen to from the start and just put it on in the house and just like whatever, it's nice to just listen to in the background too.
Yeah, exactly. Also, Australia's pride and joy, Tame Impala.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. They're amazing.
Yeah. But
So
yeah,
good.
we're gonna play a good chunk of it. Maybe not the whole thing, but
Sure.
it's a good song regardless. Ooh, if it's gonna play. Okay. Now we are having some technical difficulties.
I can hear it.
Oh, you guys can hear it? Okay. Whew.
This song is so good.
Let's see. This is going to be an interesting show, you guys, because I can't hear any of the music, but at least you guys can.
Oh,
We can.
we hear it.
Okay.
Something's trying to get out, and it's never been closer. It might take a bit, make up some other story. If I never come back, tell my mother I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm back in business.
Yay!
Have you guys ever watched those like music videos or programs where they show like how it sounds like with none of the music in it?
Oh yeah.
Like squeaking, dancing around.
Yeah.
No, never.
It's funny watching you guys like bobbing your head and I can't hear anything.
Someone just did one of those for DJs. Like, there's no music, and you just hear faders go up and down.
There's that really good one with Mick Jagger and David Bowie for Dancing in the Street.
Yeah.
That one's if you guys, I have to send you guys a link later. That one's really good.
Please do.
So Soulwax do a really good remix of this track.
Ooh,
really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to check that out.
Yeah, it's a staple.
Is it a new song?
No,
Is this
their
a new
remix
song?
came out. Their remix came out when the record came out. I think was it like 2018?
2018. Okay, great.
Yeah, I think so.
Right. Do you ever have that moment where something loops and you think that something's broken, like that's on loop? So I had one moment I was like, this is looping for far too long.
A lot.
That's this song just like loop.
So cool how it like ebbs and flows and just keeps sort of evolving throughout the track. It's not linear, which I really enjoy.
It's so good.
But see, then that
It's
loop
comfortable
becomes
to
just
listen to.
completely different thing as well. Yeah, exactly.
It's really good, you guys.
Oh, was that the popcorn thing?
The chicken.
So Hayden, you're in Sydney, right?
Yeah, Sydney.
What's Tame Impala and they're all from like that really small town that's right next to Perth, right? So that what it's
Yeah. Tame Impala. So Kevin, I think the whole band, and do you know that he's part of a group called Pond as well? So that all of the they're from Perth as well. But I don't know the little town you're talking about. I think it's like Bunbury maybe. I'm not sure.
We'll Google later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually went on I did oh my gosh, I forgot the name of the tour. But I did a tour with Pond in Australia.
Oh, sick.
But I suddenly forgot the name of the tour. It was War on Drugs, Pond, Anderson .Paak, me, Odessa, and for whatever reason I cannot remember the name of it.
That's huge. I was like a touring festival.
Yeah, exactly. Which is a really unique thing. They don't really have that in the US. You might have like a branded festival that has multiple locations, but
Yeah,
We
I
have
haven't
done that
seen it anywhere else.
Australia.
You did that here as well?
Yeah, we did like all the same bands at so many different locations.
Yeah, and we
So
ended
we
up
were
in Perth.
flying and then we ended up in Perth. Yeah.
It's so cool because you get to become, friends with the people that you're touring with, and that's where collaborations begin and all that kind of stuff. But
so good.
it's pretty unique to be able to travel around the country. I mean, Australia is, because there's only a few places to really play, I guess. It's good to be able to do that financially for touring and stuff, I guess. But it's great for the artists because we just get to hang out, because we'd see each other backstage for a second and then see ya, nice to meet you.
Exactly.
basically summer camp.
Yeah.
It's basically summer camp because it's always during Australian summer, which is like between December to February, and
Yeah.
it is basically that, and you just run amok. And there tends to be an after party every time there's like a festival day, so everyone ends up just mobbing that as well.
Yes.
What was my favorite part? My favorite part was seeing everyone at the airport the next day because the majority of people always take the same flights.
I know the one you're talking about. Is it Groove in the Moo?
No, not that one. I can't.
What's
It's not Groove in the Move. It was
Listen out.
No, not that one either. It was
Hmm.
it's really well curated, and Mac DeMarco was on it too, and he plays it often. Like they always have Mac DeMarco come back and play it. I hope someone from my team will remember and let me
Someone
know.
will.
Someone.
Grooven doesn't go to Perth. No, Grooven goes further down south than Perth.
Yeah. Oh my god, I can't believe it. You go to Singapore and then New Zealand, and then it does all of Australia all the way over to.
Hold on.
Summer days
No.
or something like that. No.
Oh,
Hmm.
Laneway.
Yes. All the,
Laneway Festival.
all the fireworks going off right now.
Yeah. There you go.
Like that relief of tension.
Yeah, when you're just
I
like,
can't
I'm
pull
gonna be
my
able to
phone
sleep
right now.
tonight.
I feel great.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a great time to go. Well, how's everyone's food? Is everyone enjoying their meal?
Amazing. I'm trying to
So
eat
nice.
quietly.
Yeah,
Good.
me too.
Has yours defrosted?
Yes. It's like ice cream. Still.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, it's so interesting for this show because I don't know if anyone else is aware. In order to prep for eating on the show, if you have to order, an hour or so in advance, or if people are cooking, it's all about timing. So many times when we're on the show, my food's either cold or soggy, but I never show it because it's still good. Cold food is still good sometimes.
Yeah.
People's foods haven't arrived. Sometimes someone else is cooking for them. They have to come in through the side and hand them a bowl of something. It's been pretty fun. But I'm excited to play the second one. So it's We Got That Cool. So it's with you girls and
Yes.
Afrojack and Eve V.
Eve's V.
Eve's V. I listened to it earlier. So cool. Little dancey
Thank
tune.
you.
Am I
Thank
drinking
you.
my half empty flat beer?
Party.
And this came out last year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Last year. We when was it? Late summer last year?
Yeah,
Something like that?
I think we played it first time at Tomorrowland, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes, it must have been late summer. Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's get that playing. Ooh, classic
I want
sample.
something sweet and
Yeah.
body. It's just a beat or something getting me higher. I got grapes and trees, now I'm up in my zone. 'Cause this is what I came for. Yeah, I got what I came for. 4 things I'm free, with 4 things I got blurred. We're gonna go and live, but we're not in a hurry. Let's keep this real, 'cause we are in home. This is what I came for. Yeah, I got what I came for. Do you feel it in your body when I say your name? I can give it how you want it. Drive you insane. 'Cause I feel it in my body, down through my legs. You can give it how I want it. Oh boy, we got that cool. We got that cool. Oh boy, we got that cool. Oh boy, we ain't doing nothing wrong. We got that cool. Oh boy, we ain't doing nothing wrong. Oh boy, we got that cool.
Where's the pool
Where's the
party
pool
at?
party at? Woo!
That cool. Oh boy, we got that. 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 Let's go part 3. Yeah, I'm up for a refill. We got what we need here, baby. I am leaving.
How was that sandwich?
Run while we're looking for meaning.
It's so good. You know what I
So
realized?
good.
Yeah, I got what I came
Because
for.
I spilled my beer, I had to use the tissue I had to clean it up. But now that I'm eating this, I have nothing to wipe my face off.
So you're like,
So I'm kind of
But super nervous.
honestly wiping it straight on my pants right now. I mean, to be honest, who knows
no
if I
one sees your pants. You can just like,
We got that cool.
Oh.
Oh boy, we got that cool. Oh boy, we ain't doing nothing wrong. We
Yay, he's back.
It's like a game show.
Yeah, so much action going on here.
The Australian internet is not good.
I love this sample. It's actually really interesting. This is the second time someone's played a song that has sampled Gypsy Woman. So
Yes.
the sample, and for everyone who's not aware, the sample is from Crystal Waters' song Gypsy Woman. She's homeless. Super classic 90s dance song. Very like Night at the Roxbury. Just like a classic song. I love how you guys
love.
that. You know, when people hear a sample, they always want to think of the original melody.
Exactly.
You know, so it's always so clever how people take that and flip it. Because you know, I imagine as you're writing the song too, you want to make sure that you don't write anything too close to the original.
Exactly. Yeah. We love that song.
So fun.
Yeah. And
She's
I mean,
homeless.
it's such a good song. Yeah.
I love that song. Yeah.
We should just call it
Exactly.
She's
It's so good.
because every she is home right now. Everyone is home.
Everyone is home. Yeah.
That song's so amazing. So there's this conversation about dance music during the time of COVID, right? People are concerned like, oh, should I put out a single right now? Should I put out any music? Will anyone want to listen to a dance track when they can't go to the club? And I guess my opinion or a general consensus on the matter was that people still need to hear dance music. People still need to hear uplifting music. And dance music isn't always just for the club. You can use it when you're exercising. You can use it when you're just hanging around. And anyone out there that wants to put out a dance single, you should still do it. That's just
100%.
Absolutely.
100%. Yeah. I mean, when we were going to release this, like about a month before we had the date, we were thinking about not only like the release, but like the name of the song and things like, oh, is this like going to gel? It was like a little bit nerve wracking, to be honest. But when we got closer, we realized that like people just want to hear something. They're in their homes and they just want positive vibes. So it's 100% the right time to, no pun intended, to release music. I didn't actually mean to do that, but no, it feels really good, and you can tell because you know, so many people are coming back with so much love and saying, you know, thanks for releasing stuff. So the more the better, I think.
I agree.
And now people actually really have time to listen to music. So I think, and also like you said, right now it's a good time because we need some uplifting dance music right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I mean, unfortunately, we're not able to play live right now. But one thing that we still can do is be in the studio and create music, and we can still release music. So I think it would be stupid not to, almost.
Yeah.
100%. And it's like, you know, there's no point in holding on to it. Music, you make music so people can hear it. So
Exactly.
all of us as like listeners, myself too, you know, even as musicians, we need music to listen to as well. And it's a really great gift.
Absolutely.
It's a really fantastic gift that musicians can give to everyone right now when everyone is kind of dealing with this universal
I think there's a lot of people I've been chatting to, and it's like they've never been more busy in the studio just writing, because for the first time in years they're at home and they can sit there and be still and create. So yeah, it's a good vibe, I think.
It's gonna come so much music.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah, everyone's gonna write an album. Yeah.
Finally, albums. Not just singles.
the time to listen to them.
Exactly.
I just want to mention one more time, you guys, the Lost Resort TV has partnered with our friends at Club Fantasy to give away 3 pieces from their Inner Light and Neo Drop Elevate collection #1. And that'll be one lucky winner. So please enter through the link in the chat. We'll announce the winner at the very end of the show. In addition to that, if you guys have any questions or comments for my amazing guests, please leave them also in the chat. We'll get to them a little bit later on. So moving forward, another classic jam is Something About Us by Daft Punk. This is Hayden's pick. Such a
Good pick. Good pick.
This is one of my favorite songs and favorite groups. My older brother introduced me to electronic music, dance music through Daft Punk. And I guess this song taught me, as a songwriter, it taught me the importance of simplicity. And it's just like, sometimes it's just all about the melody. It doesn't need to be propped up by, you know, all these synths and sounds and stuff. It's just like the songwriting is the most important part, for me at least, of writing music, of course. So yeah, this is one of my favorites.
Yay.
Again, this is Something About Us by Daft Punk.
Perfect for my morning chill.
This is it's great. I think it's a great, like, this is great for late night. It's good for
Yeah.
midday.
Yeah.
It's good sandwich, chicken sandwich eating music.
How cool is that? It's like a guitar going through a vocoder.
To the
It's like,
guitar.
yeah, you know, it's like a vocal going through a guitar, like it's plucking guitar going through a vocoder.
Sounds so good.
That's so interesting.
It might not be the right time. I might not be the right one. But there's something about us I want to say. 'Cause there's something between us anyway. I might not be the right one. It might not be the right time.
So what is
But there's something
your guys'
about us
favorite
I've
Daft Punk song
wanted to
ever?
some kind of
That's a hard
Prob-
one.
For
That
me,
is a hard one.
it's for me, Digital Love
Mm.
on Discovery.
Mm.
I
Yeah, I
mean,
love that one.
for me, I think the first song that I ever heard, Around the World, which is, I mean, they have so many good songs, but that was such a moment for me as a little girl, seeing that kind of music playing on MTV, and like
Yeah.
the robots walking around, not the robots, the what do they call, mummies, right?
It was all. I
Oh,
was
and-
so glad
yeah.
that it was Mummies.
Yeah.
It was
Like that
all-
was mind blowing for me. So I have to say that Around the World.
And I mean, you can still just play it out. And it's like so good.
such a classic song. I think that's probably my favorite too, because of the sentimental value. Because it was like the first one. I was so young, and it was Michelle Gondry that did the music video, where they're just kind of going up in a circle, or like kind of up on
Exactly.
that spiral. And Michelle Gondry also did Science of Sleep, Eternal Sunshine for the Spotless Mind. He did that. He did the music video for the White Stripes. That one of the really, I forgot the name, which song it was, but maybe Seven Army Nations. But the one where they're like playing the drums and like moving along.
Yeah, it goes do. Yeah.
Michelle Gondry is probably like one of my favorite directors. So that was like one
Oh,
of
wow.
my pieces. Yeah.
It's weird how you still kind of remember the dance, even when they walk around. Around.
Who's seen Daft Punk? Did you guys see the live tour?
No, have we seen them, Caroline?
No, never.
Actually, never got to watch it.
Oh, I saw them in Sydney. Like, yeah, when was that? Like 2002 or something? 2003? Yeah. No, maybe a bit later.
No,
Maybe
well,
like 2007. Yeah. But
Yeah.
they were incredible.
that's the pyramid one,
Of
right?
course.
Yeah. So that was the Pyramid. That's I think the last tour they've done alive.
Yes.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Whew, really
I
want to see
wish.
that.
I actually haven't watched the Coachella documentary yet, but they have tons of footage of Daft Punk's performance
Oh, really?
Mm.
on that tour there. And everyone said it's really amazing. I just have to stop watching 90 Day Fiance and actually watch it. And then
I'm with you on that
only the
one.
most amazing things. Actually, right now is a really good time for us to answer some audience questions.
Hey.
Let's see what we have. Okay, is there a song that inspires you every time you hear it?
There's a lot of songs.
Yes.
Think let's see, we talked about a song today. I mean,
For me,
Talking
I
Heads-
think. Are you got? Sorry, you guys go.
Oh, please do. You can please
I'm
talk.
just. Yeah, I'm.
He's stuck.
He's thinking.
He's thinking. I mean, we.
Hey,
Hey.
Now you're back.
you go. You go.
Well, I mean, one song that's something very special for both of us, I know, is This Must Be the Place with Talking Heads. I mean,
Yeah.
just, I don't know what it is with that song, but it moves me so much and it reminds me of my childhood and yeah, just love.
And also,
Love,
it's
love.
like, it's that perfect mix of bittersweet that you can listen to it when you're like happy and you feel happier or sad. And it's just, it doesn't matter. It's just so, so good.
Perfect.
I think Hayden's a little stuck right now.
Hayden's thinking
Yeah.
again.
He's thinking again.
But
I think-
also, there's a song with a Swedish band called The Knife, and the song is called Heartbeat, and that's also a song that we always DJ, and we
It's so
just
good.
always have it in the background, and it's like I don't even know, 15 years old or even more, and it sounds amazing.
That's amazing because where was it? Yeah, last week I had Alice in Wonderland on, and she actually mentioned The Knife as well. She picked a different
Oh, really?
as being
That's
one of her most,
amazing.
like the songs that she's really inspired by. I just thought it was great minds think alike. We had that.
Yay.
They're amazing.
Did you do you have a song in mind, Hayden?
Hey.
Hey,
Yeah, I do.
Hey.
I think one of my favorite ones. Hi again. Sorry. Is Caribou? Can't Do Without You. I love that
oh,
track.
stop it! That's the best
So
song
good.
ever made. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. So when I hear that, I'm just like, I just need to go and write music for sure.
Yeah.
Something else. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
good.
that's a good song.
Let's answer another question. Have y'all picked up any new skills in quarantine? Maybe a new instrument?
A new skill.
No instruments for me.
No.
I've learned how to
No.
make dumplings from scratch.
Ooh,
That's
Whoa.
something.
That's awesome.
what kind of
So-
things?
Yeah.
This is important information.
It is. It's very important. I started with the classic, like pork and chive, but I started with like making the wrappers as well. That's probably the hardest thing. And then I haven't experimented too much with the filling yet because pork and chive is like just so go-to.
Mhm.
But yeah, like different dipping sauces. I love chili and stuff. So yeah,
That
something I
sounds
wouldn't
so
have tried.
good.
Yeah.
Someone in the comments said I've picked up 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Yeah, you got to run it off. You got to run it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Let's see. Any more questions? Okay. Stranded on a desert island. Would you rather bring food or music? You can only pick one. I mean,
Food.
food.
Well, we're two.
Find
So
out.
I know if you pick the music and I pick the food,
Ah,
we can
smart.
both survive and have a good
Ah.
time.
So, what about you?
What are you
Yeah,
gonna
for me,
do?
it's food.
And I was like, I'd probably pick food. But then you could just like, find something to make music
Music
with,
out.
maybe.
Yeah.
Hard to find food in the desert, but you can like put together
Still-
something to make a flute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Practice.
it's not it's not worth the dying, and then
No.
then you definitely won't be able to do music, and you don't want to see an hungry Icona Pop. That's dangerous.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, aggressive.
Hangry.
Hangry.
Okay, I want to. Oh, first thing you guys want to do after quarantine?
We've been
Go and play a show.
yeah,
Show.
play a show.
This is insane, but we've never been this long without playing a show since we started, and it's 11 years now. So I'm kind of, I feel
We
like
haven't even been
another
home in Sweden
person.
this long since we started. It's crazy.
I'm kind of panicking, but I think it's nice to miss something because I don't think this is going to happen again. It's good for like reflection and all of that. But playing a show, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think as well, it's like enjoy the downtime if you can, because, hopefully we're just going to tour for the rest of our lives after this.
Yes.
And then also my brother just had a baby, but I'm
Congratulations.
but I'm not allowed to meet him yet. So I'm waiting for the corona to so I can meet my nephew.
Oh, cute.
It's interesting. I've heard lots of artists that they DJ every weekend or they tour constantly. Some of them never have an opportunity to actually take a break, and now that they've realized what it's like to be at home, they're like, "Wow, this is kind of nice. I didn't realize, like I don't have to be at an airport hours early. I don't have to go through security.
I can sleep in my own bed."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I
That's a big
wonder, Caroline? Now Caroline.
Important. We talk about it a lot. Like when you, am I back? No, but when you travel, you just get fed with information and like fun things constantly, and how important it is to get bored, to get creative. Like then you're back to being a kid when you just sit there and suddenly you start doing something without even thinking.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that's good when you're just home and you're like, so now what? What am I going to do? And then, you just start doing something.
Yeah. I think it's, I've got a studio. I won't be able to show you because my internet connection will go, but I bought all these little kind of like little synthesizers in there. So like ones you can take out of the studio into the garden or whatever. So like a Teenage Engineering OP1, a couple little things like that. So you can just kind of sit and play and not be, sat next to a computer. So you can kind of just create like that as well. That's kind of been fun.
That's nice.
Sounds like a dream.
Yeah.
We have a little studio down the street that we go to like every day, and we've been even setting up like a DJ. We have a DJ show every Friday or Thursday. That's called Spa Rave, and that's what we're at. And we're like no makeup. You put on your masks, and then you just like DJ.
It's so fun.
And you do, and also we've been writing a lot of music. But it's nice. You have to stay creative. I think that's the main thing.
Yeah.
100%. It is definitely a muscle, right?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering how, I hope that when touring starts again, that the audience is very forgiving, because, I feel like touring is also a muscle. It's like a sport. And once you're kind of out of shape, it does take a little bit of time to be like, oh yeah, this is what it's like to be in front of people again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Reading the crowd and just like, okay.
Yeah.
There's going to be awkward shows once we start touring again, but it'll get better really fast.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hopefully. Yeah.
So I want to play this song. I just don't want to butcher it. Do you
And they're called Tinariven. I don't know how to say Kuala. that I don't know, but this is a West African band. It's like desert blues music. And it's amazing. And we couldn't really decide on which song because we've been listening to this specific album. They're amazing.
We've been listening, before stage a lot as well.
Yeah, if you just don't want to listen to, if you just want to listen to something totally different, you don't understand the language, but you kind of understand like the whole blues vibe over it. It's beautiful. I can highly recommend the band.
Okay, let's listen to it.
Yeah.
والله لا أرتسنينم تكمي وندغم ترهينم والله لا أرتسنينم تكمي وندغم ترهينم إيجاديك وتقيمم إيجاديك وتقيمم تفلم داتا أواديجا تفلم داتا أواديجا تكني وانتك ما شتمة وانت رياضي وانت مغارة تكني وانتك ما شتمة وانت رياضي وانت مغارة نقص جزاء القوامة نامي وجيها انت الطاسة نامي وجيها انت الطاسة
Now I miss tour even more.
I know, this is so cool.
It's
love it.
amazing. And the melodies are like so different and everything. You can really get inspiration from this.
I love the clapping on the one.
So cool. It has a little like proggy vibe to it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is from the band formed in 1979.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They've been around for a while. And they're like touring all over the world. They were just in Sweden.
Yeah, we
just
missed
before
it.
Corona. Yeah. So,
I love to
and
see
they played the Roskilde Festival and like, so they're
Oh,
they've been around.
Roskilde.
Yeah, Roskilde.
Love Roskilde.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's
they
probably my
are
favorite festival. I think.
Sorry?
Roskilde is probably my favorite
Really good.
festival I've played.
Oh, which we played a festival in New Zealand. What was that?
You're thinking about the Rhythm and Wines.
Yeah,
that
that
one as well.
amazing.
Good one.
That was a fun one.
Roskilde is mad. It's so crazy. It's so many people. Everyone's camping, and
Yeah. It's
All
like a proper
ages.
festival.
it's pretty hardcore. People are out there
Yeah.
living in the muck. 'Cause it's also muddy out there as well, right?
I used to be one of those. I've been to
Yeah.
Roskilde as like it was such a cool thing. I've been to Roskilde so many years before we started Icona Pop. And then I remember I saw Sonic Youth and Nerd play on the stage that we were going to perform on. And it was just such a vibe to be able to stand on the same,
Like the same stage.
like PJ Harvey, Sonic Youth. It was so many good bands.
So cool.
I love that it's such a mix of artists
Yes.
as well.
And ages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a super well curated festival. It's like really, really well rounded, massive. I think Roskilde is like the biggest festival kind of in Scandinavia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is.
it's big.
It's
a
just
lot of people.
just outside of Copenhagen. Is that right?
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. It's amazing.
Beautiful.
But I would never stay in a tent like that again.
It was a while ago that we actually
Yeah.
did that. I think when you and me went to Glastonbury, that was the last time we stayed in a tent.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
that's rough. Glastonbury.
Yes.
People.
And then
Oh, sorry.
It was mud everywhere.
I fell just in front of the potty patties with my face into the mud.
Everyone
Oh,
around
wow.
you sounded like, ooh.
Covered with shit.
No.
Glastonbury is a very savage one.
It is.
And there's this like really specific kind of mud too, because you have to have your wellies on, so you have to have these like rubber boots on while you're mucking through all of that.
Yeah.
And depending on the texture of the mud, whether it's like really wet or starting to dry, it'll actually suction your feet so that when you put
Yeah,
your
you'll
feet up, it'll take the
stuck.
boot off your foot.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy.
It gets so like
Yeah.
slime monsters.
It's very feral. It's like feral. I think you become just like feral, just like muck, and no one
You're
cares.
just in it.
People can just like
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And you have to like, when it gets really thick, you have to like stand and stamp. Otherwise you get stuck in the mud.
Yeah.
FOMO. I miss.
Yeah.
It's all the,
Soon,
it's all the
soon.
good and bad parts of everything now. Come to the festival and leave me there by the porta potty. They'll be okay.
Just let me see people.
So this next song, Hayden, this is one of yours. It features Boy Matthews. It's called Just Friends. And
Yeah.
tidbits
So I found Boy through what was it, Ocean Drive, Duke Dumont. And I just loved his vocal because it didn't have a featuring on it. I need to know who sings this song, and so I found out it was Jay and Boy Matthews, and from there I just started saying like, hey, let's write something together. I'd love to write something with your vocal. And we had one session and kind of wrote this, and it took about 6-8 months to kind of get it all right and figure out, the style of the song and all that kind of stuff. But one of my favorites I've released.
All right.
And that's me. So I sing on a lot of the records that I do as well. So that's me pitched.
Oh wow!
Classic.
Yeah.
Pick up.
Do you recall that night? Cause I think about it. Sometimes I'm just lying. It's all the time. I found out the way to your heart. And found myself completely lost. Whatever, it doesn't matter where you from. I don't need to label have a good time. We don't need to tell my body we right. Cause fuck it, we're young, it's just fun. It started off
Ooh.
This is the vibe we need right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Also now because of coronavirus, I'm sure lots of people are just friends now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things about this song is the harmonies that Boy and I figured out together. It kind of comes from, I listened to a lot of, my parents when I was growing up listened to a lot of Beach Boys. And so for me, melody, but harmony is like it's kind of when the soul melts, I think. When you hear a perfect harmony, like, oh my God, that's good. So that's what we tried to do with these choruses. Yeah.
Chords and harmonies.
Yeah, so nice.
Do you engineer everything yourself too? Do you like doing all your own mixes?
Yeah, so I produce and write, and then I have a second ear. Do you know Cassian?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, so he mixes a lot of my records. He also does like Rufus Du Sol, Crooked Colors, a bunch of Australian artists, but also from all over the world too. So he helps me out with mixing as well.
Australia is just smashing right now.
Yeah.
I feel like all the great vibey electronic jams are all coming out of Australia. It must be
Something in the water.
Beaches.
all the
Yeah, with the beaches.
Because all the dangerous animals in the ocean. No, I'm just kidding. And this came out in 2018 on your album Between Us?
Correct. Yeah. I finally put an album out. It felt good. But I think it's really nice to go back to singles and change it up a bit. So I really love this kind of more pop dance kind of sensibility, which is what I think we did with Right Time. It's just that really fun, energetic vibe.
Definitely.
Yeah, totally.
It's a good mix.
I love that world.
Yeah.
Tight horizontal, we just friends. Maybe we'll drink.
Someone said, ooh, this song is hot. Real hot.
Yeah.
And when I was writing this as well, the bass line and stuff, I'm like, oh, this is way too simple, the way that it hits in. But it's it doesn't, again, it's like that Daft Punk song that we were playing earlier. It's it doesn't need to be this complicated piece of music. It's just, how do you relate to something? It's simplicity, I think. What's the core? What are you trying to do,
So did you say that you sang on the songs as well, on your own songs, or?
Yeah. So
Wow.
that's I like pitch myself and stuff. So that's me going.
Wow.
Yeah. So I
A
do all that
singer as
stuff.
well, yeah.
Kinda.
Have you ever done like full vocals on any of your songs?
Yeah. So my first song I released is called "Permission to Love," and that's me singing, as well as "Embrace." So yeah, my first EP is like all my vocals. Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh, in case
Yeah.
you didn't know. Do you think it's pretty well established that people know that it's you singing? Because I feel like many times within the sphere of electronic music, people just assume one person just does one thing and one person does the other. Like they don't realize sometimes vocalists can also produce, and the producer sometimes also sings. And
Yeah.
for you,
I think every time I say that, people are like, "What?" So yeah, I don't think that it's known, but I try and do a little something on every record. There's like on Right Time, there's a couple like reverse R's and things like that. In Something About You, I do a bunch of like the like all those lines and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of a nice little thing to do in each record.
yeah, it's one of those things as a musician too. If you need vocals, it's really easy just to look at yourself and be like, "Whoa, well, I have me."
Totally. Yeah.
You know, especially in times of quarantine too. You are your best asset, you know?
Absolutely.
Right.
And yeah, that song's so amazing. It's so cool. I mean, you're really prolific. You've come out with quite a lot of music. Both of you guys have a lot of music you guys have made over the years. What do you think is the motivation to move forward? Do you guys like the idea of evolving as artists? Because, you know, over a span of a decade or however long, I imagine that you would want to sound more evolved now than you would maybe when you started.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if that was a convoluted question, but
It's a luxury to. I mean, yeah, but it's such a luxury to work with your passion, and I mean, it's never ending. It's always you get inspired, you want to do things, you want to like try different things, and I think one of the most important things is to keep on being curious, to like and to. We always say that we try to be open to try, like even when we go in and write with people. It's so boring if you're like, this is how we've always done it. This is how, you know. So of course we hope that we can just keep on growing and growing and growing. That would be the dream.
That's great. Yeah, yeah. And it's important to just keep doing what you like as an artist as well. If you try and evolve and be someone else, or you're like, oh, someone's coming up and you're like, oh, I love that sound, I'm going to try and do that. It's just not going to work out. Just be happy with what you do as well.
Exactly. Yeah. You always find that it's really easy to be a part of this like copycat game where someone is doing something really popular and then everyone wants to sound like them because of chance of success, because it's really trendy. But at the end of the day, people will hear the song and not even know that it's yours because you've done a good job copying someone else. And I think some artists like that. Like there are artists out there that like just being the producer, like the chameleon producer that can do anything. So I feel like,
and that's fine, and that's fine too. But it's
totally.
But it depends. I mean, there's so many different types of artists and styles of what you want to do. It's kind of, that's the great thing about this. It's like so subjective, and you know, there's going to be people that like don't like the songs and do like the songs, and it doesn't matter. It's like just keep doing what you love, and that's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which now leads us to the very last song of our show. It's by oh my god, I don't know why I can't say this. Metronomy.
Metronomy?
Yeah,
Metronomy.
I was like, wait a minute.
I like the way that you pronounced it better.
Yeah, it sounds
That's like one of the you're like
I like that.
so cool.
Metronomy. I got it. This one's called The Look.
Yes.
Yeah,
This is one of my
used to listen-
favorites. Love it.
Yeah,
It's
the
so
whole
good.
album.
We
Yes.
lived in London,
The Bay.
and we listened to this like every day.
Yeah.
This song, it's so timeless.
And it's so beautiful. The whole album is like a story. So it starts, I think it's called the English Riviera. Do you see that?
Yep.
And it's just like a whole story. So you can listen to it, and it's birds in the beginning, and then it just goes on to this. it's speechless. We still listen to this album like every now and then, and it still sounds so fresh and so cool.
And
So,
also
yeah.
we reference the sounds in sessions just because it's like it's so good.
Yeah, the crying synthesizers and
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, it's a classic song. I think many people will hear it and recognize it.
yeah.
Love that organ.
Mm-hmm.
This came out in 2011. Almost 10
Mm-hmm.
The decade goes by so fast.
Yeah.
I know. Whoa.
You're up, you'll get down. You're never running from this town. And I think you said you never get anything better. It's your going round in circles. And everyone knows you're trouble. 'Cause you're written in a paper. And now you're giving me the look. But just remember how we should. And all the things we talked about. This time we always run the mind.
Love the guitar lead,
Yeah.
Amazing.
like hollow body.
Da-da.
All my fries got soggy.
How's the burger?
We get down.
Dude, it's so good. I wish there were more times where we weren't talking so I could eat more.
Cause we're always in small circles.
There's still a puddle of beer to my left. All over the floor.
You didn't read it in the paper. Just read it in the paper. I'm giving you the look. Giving you the look. Just remember how we shook. And all the things we took.
Are they still releasing music? You guys know?
Yeah, I think they released
I
an
think
album
so.
like last year or something. Let's see.
Yeah.
Metron.
Oh,
2019.
gotta go check that out.
Yeah.
It's also a great example of kind of very simple melodies,
Yeah.
all layered, very tastefully done.
Yeah.
I almost feel like the less there is, the more important each sound is.
Absolutely.
And in this record, like nothing's hidden. It's all just like bang. Like these leads are just like
It's super dry. Everything's really dry and really in the front.
yeah.
Yeah.
Great pick. Great song.
So good.
Never gets old.
No, that's a good one.
Mm. 2011. That's almost 10 years.
Yeah. It was nominated for a Mercury Prize for Best Album.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Gotta go
Wow.
listen to the rest of it. I feel like maybe I only remember the single. I don't remember the rest of the album. And this is a great thing. We have so much time. We can go and listen to the rest of the album now. And then
Yeah.
There you go.
As you should.
So I just want to mention right now that we have a winner for the contest for the Club Fantasy pieces, and that's Ryan Fonseca Batista. And I apologize if I said your name wrong, but you won, so you should be happy.
Yay! Congrats.
Francesca.
And I just want to say thank you to you all for joining me on the show. It was so much fun. I loved all your picks and learning so much more about you guys. Please keep in touch. I'll send you guys links to that, like dancing on the street.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
It
you
is the
so much for having us. This
And
was
hope
Yeah, thanks for having
so
us.
live
fun.
one day soon.
I'm now inspired to make sure my next meal is much healthier than this one.
I want that burger.
Yeah, me too, actually.
The fried chicken sandwich is good. If you guys come to LA, I'll take you guys all to eat it because
Please.
I'm just like
Done.
really excited to go and just like eat the rest of it right now. Thank you everyone tuning in also. We'll be live next Thursday and we have MK and Animal England joining us. So please tune in then. Again, thank you so much, Icona Pop, Hayden James. I hope you guys enjoy your evening and your morning and
Thank you.
talk soon.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Bye.